Hold up, did the internet just glitch? Or did Eminem and 50 Cent actually confirm a new album in 2025? Because the rap world is currently melting faster than a Kardashian marriage timeline. 1 minute we're debating Drake's next diss, the next boom rumors explode that Slim Shady and 50 are back in the studio, plotting something bigger than the Super Bowl halftime reunion. And just when fans thought they could breathe, Russ crashes the timeline defending Taylor Swift like he's auditioning to be her tour bodyguard. Yeah, this story has everything: old school legends, chaotic pop energy, and a sprinkle of internet delusion. People are calling this the collab nobody saw coming, but everybody secretly prayed for, because if Eminem and 50 Cent are really cooking up a comeback, hip-hop might not just be back, it might be on fire. And with Taylor Swift now in the mix? Oh, you know the Swifties are sharpening their tweets like swords. So buckle up, because this isn't just music news, it's a cultural earthquake, a timeline implosion, and a masterclass in chaos. Welcome to Truth Tattle, where rumors turn real faster than you can say Shady's back. So here's how it all started: quiet, mysterious, and just suspicious enough to make the internet lose its collective mind. No press release, no official announcement, just a few cryptic Instagram posts, a shady studio leak, and 50 Cent doing what 50 does best, trolling the internet like it's his personal playground. It began with a single photo that popped up on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, where logic goes to die. The picture showed 50 Cent standing in a dimly lit studio, captioned, "Guess who just called me from Detroit?" followed by the eyes emoji, a microphone, and a flame. Within seconds, fans lost it. Every comment section went nuclear. People started zooming in on the reflections in the glass to see if Eminem was hiding in the background. Some claimed they could literally see Marshall Mathers' hoodie in the corner. Others swore they heard his voice and the faint beat playing behind the clip. Conspiracy TikTok went full CSI mode, audio filtering, lip reading, and freeze framing like this was the Zapruder film of hip-hop. Then, things escalated. 24 hours later, Eminem himself posted something. Not a selfie, not an album cover, just a black screen with one word: reloaded. And that was it. No context, no caption, nothing else. The comment section exploded. Fans were quoting old "Get Rich or Die Tryin' lyrics. Others were dropping 8-mile bars like they'd been waiting 2 decades for this moment. The internet's theory machine immediately went into overdrive. Some claimed Eminem and 50 were planning a joint project titled Route 2, a sequel to their 2006 mixtape. Others said it was an anniversary album, meant to celebrate 25 years of Slim Shady's debut. And of course, there were the wild ones, the people who said this was going to be a full G-Unit resurrection, with Dre on production, and possibly even a surprise verse from The Game. Despite their messy history, and let's be honest, hip-hop hasn't been this excited about two legends since Kendrick decided to drop Mr. Morale and everyone pretended to understand the lyrics. But this time, it's not about lyricism. It's nostalgia. It's legacy. It's two icons who built the blueprint for savage bars, raw energy, and internet-breaking controversy, teaming up like the Avengers of rap. But here's where it gets spicy. Russ decided to enter the chat. You'd think this was about Eminem and 50, right? Nope. Somehow, Taylor Swift's name got dragged in. And Russ, ever the philosopher, felt compelled to defend her like she was hip-hop royalty. It started when a fan account tweeted something like, "Eminem and 50 Cent returning to save real music. Keep your pop princesses in the glitter lane. Cue chaos." Within minutes, Taylor Swift's army of keyboard gladiators began mobilizing like they'd just received a national alert. And right in the middle of it, Russ jumped in. He replied, "Y'all gotta stop acting like pop and rap can't coexist. Taylor been doing numbers most rappers dream of. Respect that." Boom. Explosion number 2. Now, Russ defending Taylor Swift wasn't even the weirdest part. It was when he did it. Literally hours after the Eminem and 50 Cent rumor broke. So people started connecting dots that didn't exist. Some said he was throwing shade at Eminem. Others claimed he was secretly hinting at a crossover project. Conspiracy TikTok again started threading theories like, what if the album has a Taylor Swift feature? That single idea sent Swifties into meltdown and rap fans into denial. Because imagine, Taylor Swift singing a hook while Eminem drops a diss verse? The timeline would implode. But let's rewind. Eminem and Taylor have history. Back in the early 2010s, rumors swirled that Em had mocked Taylor in a scrap track. Then she joked about him in an interview, and for years, fans kept them in separate universes like oil and holy water. But now, thanks to Russ, both names were trending side by side again. 50 Cent, of course, couldn't resist. He reposted Russ's tweet on Instagram with the caption, "My boy Russ trying to get on that Taylor feature before I do." And that's when chaos officially reached biblical proportions. Blogs ran wild headlines like, "Is Taylor Swift in Eminem's new album?" And 50 Cent hints at Taylor collab. Internet in shambles. Even Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked couldn't resist stirring the pot. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, music insiders started whispering that something big really was in the works. An anonymous engineer claimed he'd heard an 8-bar exchange between Em and Fif that sounded like old-school shady Aftermath energy. A Detroit-based DJ tweeted and deleted a post saying, "If you heard what I just heard in that studio, you'd start praying for release day." So at this point, fans were convinced. Even people who hadn't listened to rap since the iPod Nano era were suddenly back in the comments, typing essays about the return of real music. And here's where it got even more surreal. Spotify accidentally added a mysterious untitled Eminem x 50 Cent placeholder under upcoming releases. It vanished within an hour, but not before screenshots flooded Reddit, X, and TikTok. Some users even claimed the metadata linked back to shady records. Whether it was a glitch, a marketing trick, or divine intervention, nobody cared. The damage was done. The hype was real. Now, the narrative wasn't just, "Are they collaborating?" It became, "When's it dropping?" The internet had already decided the album existed. Timelines were being predicted. And playlists titled Eminem x 50 Cent Reloaded were being shared like gospel. Meanwhile, Eminem remained silent, which, of course, made things worse. Because when Em stays quiet, fans assume he's plotting something apocalyptic. And 50? He was loving it. Posting memes, teasing interviews, and reposting fan theories like an instigator at a family reunion. But what nobody expected was that Russ would double down. During an IG Live, a fan asked him, "Why are you defending Taylor Swift in a hip-hop conversation?" And Russ, in true philosopher mode, replied, "Because respect is universal. She writes her songs. Eminem writes his. Why can't y'all appreciate both?" The chat instantly divided. Some praised him for being level-headed. Others called him a cloud chaser trying to ride the Swiftie wave. By the end of the day, Eminem x 50 Cent's album, Russ, and Taylor Swift were all trending simultaneously. Think about that. Hip-hop and pop colliding so hard that algorithms couldn't even categorize the drama anymore. But deep down, everyone knew this was bigger than just music gossip. This was nostalgia meeting internet culture in a perfect storm. Two rap icons teasing something massive, while a random third celebrity accidentally adds gasoline to the fire. It was chaos, it was hilarious, and it was pure viral gold, the kind that makes YouTube titles write themselves. And yet, nobody could have predicted what came next. Because the second 50 Cent opened his mouth in that radio interview, the internet went from excited to fully hysterical the moment 50 Cent sat down for that interview. It was like watching a grenade with a Wi-Fi signal. Everyone knew something was about to blow. He strolls in wearing sunglasses indoors, sipping his usual arrogance, and when the host casually asks, "So Fif, what's up with those studio rumors?" he smirks like a man holding the nuclear codes. Let's just say, he begins, "The world's about to remember what real rap sounds like," and boom, just like that, every social feed detonated. The quote was reposted faster than Drake deleting an apology tweet. Memes flooded in. Someone edited a fake Eminem 50 Cent's album cover that looked so real Spotify users tried to preserve it. Another meme had Taylor Swift holding a mic in a Detroit hoodie next to 50. Caption from 1989 to 8 Mile. The internet had officially lost the plot. Within hours, the fan theories mutated like lab experiments gone wrong. One thread claimed the album title was Legacy Reloaded, another insisted Dre was mastering the tracks in a secret studio under Compton. TikTok detectives popped up in hoodies whispering into ring lights about lyrical resurrection rituals. You'd think the Illuminati itself was producing this record. Meanwhile, Russ was back on X, still capping for Taylor like it was his full-time job. He tweeted, "You can't clown Taylor for dominating pop when rappers copy her rollout strategy every year." Instantly, the hip-hop comment sections erupted. One fan replied, "Russ, blink twice if you're secretly featured on her next album." Another said, "Bro defending Taylor like she produced Get Rich or Die Tryin'." But what nobody expected was for Taylor Swift's camp to like that tweet. Yes, a verified Taylor account actually liked Russ's post. That single heart icon was enough to turn this rumor storm into a Category 5 hurricane. Fans took it as confirmation that Taylor was watching all of this go down. And maybe, just maybe, she was involved. Music journalists started publishing think pieces that looked like fan fiction. Headlines like "Could Taylor Swift bridge pop and hip-hop's greatest generations?" were everywhere. Even Billboard had to drop a no comment from representatives disclaimer because the speculation got too real. But let's not forget, Eminem hadn't said a word. He hadn't liked, posted, or followed anybody. Silence. Radio static. And that silence? It drove the internet crazy. Fans began pulling old lyrics, trying to find hints. Someone dissected a 2018 freestyle where Eminem mentioned 50 reasons to reload. Others pointed to his verse on Music to Be Murdered, by where he name drops Russ and says, "I don't do pop, but I pop off." Suddenly, people were connecting dots that didn't even exist in the same galaxy. Even Drake fans got dragged into the mess. Because if Eminem and 50 were reuniting, that meant Drake's lyrical dominance era might be in danger. A trending tweet read, "Drake about to drop a poetry book the same day Eminem drops a diss album." The quote retweets were pure gold. Drake gone rhyme therapy with clarity while Eminem rhymes anxiety with variety. And somewhere in the chaos, Nicki Minaj posted a cryptic Insta story with the words "Queens always win." No context. Fans took it as a sign she knew something too. Because of course, if there's drama, Nicki's somewhere near the smoke, either lighting the match or pouring the gas. But the wildest twist came from an unexpected source, 50 Cent's son, Marquise. Out of nowhere, he posted a throwback picture with the caption, "Guess who Dad's back in the booth with?" accompanied by a Mick emoji and the Detroit flag. You could practically hear the sound of the internet combusting. Every blog from the Shade Room to TMZ jumped on it like it was the second coming of Watch the Throne. At this point, the conspiracy web was so tangled even spiders gave up. People swore they'd seen Taylor Swift's security team near Dr. Dre's studio. Someone claimed to have overheard a snippet leaking from a shady prototype USB drive, which sounds like the worst spy gadget ever. A random Uber driver posted a TikTok saying he drove 50 Cent from Lax to a top-secret session. He had zero evidence. But that didn't stop the clip from getting 3 million views. Meanwhile, Russ took to Instagram Live again, sipping wine and looking exhausted. "You're making me the villain," he said, "just because I said Taylor's talented." His chat was a war zone, Swifties dropping heart emojis, 50 Cent fans typing gun emojis, and Eminem stans quoting "Lose yourself like a prayer circle." But the real shocker came midstream when Russ casually said, "I've actually spoken to someone from their camp." That single line detonated every algorithm on Earth. The clip went viral before he even finished his sentence. Commenters demanded names. Who's there? Eminem and 50 Cent? Taylor? Dr. Dre? The Pope? Nobody knew, but everyone had a theory. 2 days later, a supposed leak hit Reddit. It was a low-quality audio snippet titled "The Roop 2025 Feet." The vocals were distorted, but fans swore they heard Eminem's flow, 50's ad-libs, and get this, a female voice harmonizing on the hook. The internet immediately screamed, "That's Taylor!" Others argued it was Skylar Grey. Some said Bianca. And because this is the internet, one brave soul insisted it was high and that this whole rollout is an industry psyop every influencer wanted in. DJ Academics jumped on Twitch yelling, "Bro, This is bigger than certified lover boy. Napare teased that something legendary was brewing. Joe Budden went on a rant about how nobody asked for this, but I'll still review it. And over on TikTok, Gen Z started discovering who 50 Cent even was. One viral video said, "Y'all, 50 Cent used to be Drake before Drake, just with more bullet wounds." As chaos peaked, an unlikely hero appeared, none other than Ice Cube. During an interview promoting his Big Three League, he got asked about the collab. Cube laughed and said, "If they really dropping, every rapper better get their bars up. That's nuclear." Fans took it as elder approval. Suddenly, everyone from Snoop Dogg to Fat Joe was dropping cryptic comments like real ones know what's coming. Now you had three generations of hip-hop, old school, mid-2000s, and modern influencers all feeding this rumor like it was a baby dragon. The story transcended music. It became an event. Then came the curveball. A fake tracklist surfaced on Genius. It looked too real. 10 songs including titles like Back to Business, Money Talks AI, and The White Collar Crime. One song was listed as Reputation Reloaded feat. Taylor Swift. The moment fans saw that, pandemonium. Screenshots everywhere. Theories about Taylor's Reputation album and how this could be some revenge-era full circle moment. Genius quickly took it down, claiming it was user-generated. But by then the screenshots were circulating faster than 50's petty memes. And in the middle of the uproar, 50 Cent posted again, this time a short clip of him in the studio, nodding his head to a beat. You could faintly hear someone in the background yelling, "Yo punch me in." That's all it took. Every fan page screamed confirmed. Major outlets reported unverified but promising evidence. Even people who normally hated Eminem's new stuff were tweeting, "If this is real, I'm clearing my calendar." The entire internet had turned into one giant countdown clock. But remember, this all started from nothing more than a caption and a rumor. Now, it was a full-blown cultural moment, rap, pop, and social media colliding like planets on fire. And yet, just as the excitement reached fever pitch, a new name entered the chat. Someone who hadn't said a word about Eminem or Taylor in years, Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, you already know where this is going. And just when everyone thought this circus couldn't possibly get wilder, Machine Gun Kelly walked into the chat like a man with a death wish and a Wi-Fi connection. Out of nowhere, he tweeted, "Funny how legends only drop albums when they feel the pressure." The internet detonated. Within 10 minutes, hashtag MGK started trending alongside hashtag Eminem and hashtag 50 Cent. Fans were foaming at the mouth. Pressure from WHO Kelly. From your last pop-punk single that flopped harder than Ja Rule's comeback attempt. Screenshots flew everywhere. And within an hour, MGK had deleted the tweet. But the damage was done. The man had poked the lyrical beehive again. Every major meme page went into overdrive. One post read, "MGK waking up Eminem's diss spirit again like it's 2018, with a photo of a coffin opening." Another meme showed Taylor Swift and Russ sipping tea in the background while 50 Cent polished a Grammy. The internet didn't just laugh, it erupted. And the best part, 50 Cent responded. Because if there's one thing 50 can't resist, it's free chaos. He posted a clip of a cat swatting at a mouse, captioned, "You sure you want to do this again, white boy?" That single post got over 2 million likes in a day. MGK stayed silent after that because even he knew 50's pettiness has no off switch. But then, the twist nobody saw coming. A verified insider from Shady Records, yes, an actual employee anonymously posted on Reddit, "The album's real. It's dropping before Christmas. Dre's mixing it right now. The first single features a surprise female artist. That's all I can say." Boom. The entire internet collectively blacked out. Theories started multiplying like gremlins after midnight. Was the female artist Taylor Swift? Skylar Grey? Rihanna? Fans were dissecting every frequency of every supposed leak like audio engineers on caffeine. One TikToker slowed down the rumored snippet to 0.5x speed and confidently declared, "That's Taylor's vibrato. I'd bet my rent on it." Another commenter replied, "Bro, that's probably 50 Cent's mom humming in the background." Chaos. Pure chaos. Then came the mainstream coverage. CNN Entertainment ran a headline. Eminem and 50 Cent rumored to reunite for album. Fans theorized Taylor Swift involved. Even Forbes got involved, analyzing how a collab like this could bridge fan bases worth hundreds of millions. By now, this wasn't just gossip, it was an economic event. Meanwhile, Russ went on yet another podcast, probably tired of being the internet's middleman between Detroit and Nashville. The host asked him straight up, "So what's your connection to all this?" Russ laughed and said, "Let's just say if they drop what I heard, the industry's gonna need therapy." He didn't name names. He didn't deny anything, just enough to keep the fire blazing. And that's when Taylor Swift's name trended again. Not because of Russ, not because of 50, but because her tour visuals suddenly featured a new interlude, a spoken word clip of her saying, "Revenge sounds better in rhythm." Fans lost it. Twitter exploded with takes like, "She's teasing the Eminem collab," and Taylor about to drop bars harder than Drake's heartbreaks. At this point, even hip-hop hogs couldn't ignore it. Fat Joe went live saying, "If M and 50 drop with Taylor on the hook, hip-hop wins. That's unity, bro." Meanwhile, purists were panicking. Keep pop stars out of rap. The debate was hotter than the Kendrick vs. Drake war, and all of it built off a rumor that still wasn't officially confirmed. Then, out of nowhere, 50 Cent posted again a black screen with white text. Friday, 12 o'clock p.m. No caption, no emojis, just that cue pandemonium. Every blog, every fan page, every reaction channel started countdowns. YouTube thumbnails screamed Eminem and 50 Cent confirmed. TikTok went feral. People were live streaming their waiting screens like it was the Super Bowl. Even old heads who hadn't streamed music since Napster were ready. Then Friday came. Noon hit. Everyone refreshed Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, nothing. 12:01. Still nothing. 12:05. Silence. Fans started spiraling. Did they troll us? Is this a hoax? Did Dre delay it? The meltdown was instant. Then, at exactly 12:09, a single YouTube video dropped on Eminem's official channel. It wasn't a song. It wasn't a trailer. It was 10 seconds long. A black screen. A typewriter sound. Then text appeared. "The legacy returns. December 22. And in the background, unmistakable Eminem's voice muttered, "You forgot who started this." That was it. 10 seconds. No features. No track list. No confirmation. Just pure cinematic chaos. And that was all the internet needed. Hip-hop Twitter declared it the most gangster announcement since 8 Mile. Pop Twitter turned into chaos, debating whether Taylor would really be part of it. Even Rolling Stone called it the perfect troll move from two masters of marketing. Russ immediately jumped on X, told you it's real, then deleted it 5 minutes later. Coincidence? Probably not. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift posted a cryptic story. A single red curtain emoji. That's it. The Swifties decoded it within seconds. Red equals shady records. Curtain equals curtain call. They were connecting Easter eggs like it was the Da Vinci Code. And somewhere in Detroit, you just know Eminem was laughing. Because if there's one thing Marshall Mathers loves more than rhyming, it's watching the world implode over speculation. The aftermath was legendary. YouTube reaction channels uploaded in real time, screaming, rewinding, analyzing, arguing. 50 Cent did an Instagram live, smiling ear to ear, saying, "See, I told you, be patient." But of course, he didn't say what was dropping. Was it a song? A docuseries? A soundtrack? The suspense was evil and brilliant. Brands even jumped in. Spotify changed its bio to "We're ready." Shady Genius changed their header to legacy mode. Even Apple Music posted a teaser playlist titled "When Legends Return." Hip-hop had officially turned into a cinematic universe, and in the middle of it all, Russ, poor Russ, the man who tried to defend Taylor, ended up being a meme. People edited him into the background of every Eminem and 50 Cent post, holding a sign that said, "I told you she's part of it." By the end of the weekend, every artist, every outlet, and every fan had one question: is Taylor really on this album? And that's the beauty of it, nobody knows. Maybe she's not. Maybe the female feature is Skylar Grey. Maybe it's Rihanna. Or maybe it's just Eminem rapping in a higher pitch to mess with us all. But one thing's certain, 50 Cent and Eminem didn't just announce an album. They hijacked the entire internet. They turned rumors into currency, memes into marketing, and silence into suspense. In a world where artists overshare everything, these two did the opposite. They let chaos sell the story. And it worked, because whether this collab is real, fake, or a masterclass in trolling, one thing's clear: the kings of controversy are back. And this time, even Taylor Swift couldn't shake it off. So, after all that chaos, conspiracy, and caffeine-fueled theorizing, here's the real question: are we witnessing the return of hip-hop's deadliest duo, or the greatest marketing troll of the decade? Because let's be honest, Eminem and 50 Cent don't need press releases. They just breathe near a microphone, and the internet combusts. If this album really drops, and if Taylor Swift's name even sneezes on the credits, the entire industry's going into cardiac arrest. Drake's deleting drafts, Kanye's calling TMZ, and Russ, he's somewhere sipping green juice saying, "Told you so." It's chaos. It's brilliance. It's the content oxygen we didn't know we needed. But let's keep it real, whether this ends in bars or just more memes. You know, Truth Tattle's gonna be here to break it all down. Frame by frame, lyric by lyric, meltdown by meltdown. So don't just sit there watching the madness, join it. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Drop a comment telling me who you think the mystery feature is: Taylor, Rihanna, 50's long-lost mixtape, ghostwriter? I want theories, chaos, and drama in the comments right now. And most importantly, subscribe. Because when this album hits or doesn't, you know we'll be here with receipts, reactions, and probably another meltdown from Twitter's finest. Until then, stay messy, stay curious, and stay tuned. Because in this world of beats, beef, and billionaire heartbreaks, nothing stays buried for long. This is Truth Tattle, signing off. Where the rumors are loud, the truth is louder, and the internet, always one leak away from losing its mind.